Guys, welcome to a new vlog and a project video. I have a few different things that I got in recently that I want to show you, but also I worked on the built-in bookcase this past weekend, so I wanted to show you how that turned out because it looks amazing. We ended up having to cancel our trip to Florida, but I had ordered some items to be shipped there, so those have made their way back to me. And then I also want to show you what we got up to Easter weekend. First, I'm going to start with the stuff from Mcgee & Co. So this is what they call their shower curtain. It's actually like a linen material. And I fell in love with the print, so I'm hoping to use this in the office guest room to cover the doorway into the wet room because I really don't like the glass door. So I thought this was a good alternative. I'll still leave the glass door, but I just really like it. And I think I'm going to have extra fabric to make maybe pillow covers or something out of. The other thing is this little crock. I actually thought it was going to be a lot lighter in color, but it's cute. And then I've just put the sedum, the faux sedum from Lemon Tree Interiors in there. This is from the Studio Mcgee Target line. So I've just had this sitting on my coffee table. It's just like a decorative bowl. And then the bottom has like a crossed section. And then there's one more other thing that I got that I'll show you quick. Not sure if this is the permanent home, but I got this cookbook stand from Target Studio Mcgee. It's only $15. It's out of stock, unfortunately, but I thought it was a cute little kitchen accessory. And then I wrapped this cookbook. I don't know if I showed this last year, but I had a bunch of cookbooks that were really bright colored. So what I did was bought some wrapping paper from H&M and I wrapped them. So I thought it looked kind of cute like that, but it's a little bit busy, so I may end up moving it elsewhere. Absolutely disastrous kitchen, but I wanted to show you the little bunny cupcakes that I made. I really love the little double-decker ones. And the ears are made out of marshmallows. I shared it to my Instagram stories, and then I also made some little tiny single ones, but I'll show you quickly how I made the bunny ears. What I did is I took the marshmallow and I cut it on a diagonal, and then it made little tiny ears, which I then dipped in the sprinkles to make it pink. I decided to go to Marshall's after work because they have a big home section, and I stopped at Loblaws on the way. They had the lavender topiaries, but I thought, oh, I'll get that on the way back because I'm sure I won't get anything too big Home Sense or Marshall's. I was wrong. I found a mirror, so I had to go back to Loblaws, get the topiary and some food, go back to Marshall's, grab the mirror, and then Uber home. It was a whole production, but let me show you. So I feel like this is just a vibe, the lavender topiary and the mirror. But I saw this mirror last week, and I thought, you know what, if it's still there, I'm going to grab it because it's a great price. And it had some markings on it that I think I can clean up, but I got it for $110. And then the lavender topiary, if you live in Southern Ontario, these are at Loblaws and Superstore type stores, PC stores. It's a PC topiary. So if you were looking for those, they're my favorite. I get them every year around mid-April. So anyways, I will show you where this goes when I figure it out, but I'm actually wondering if that's maybe better proportions for here, and then that should go up to the bedroom. So I'm still trying to decide, but I really love it, and I just thought for the price, I should go for it. I wanted to show you that I ended up hanging that mirror at the front. I just think it's better proportions for my entrance. And then the gleaming primrose mirror that was here, I put up in the bedroom on the mantle, which was where I really loved it the most. But I'm still in the process of patching the holes from where the gleaming primrose was. But I really, really wanted to show you this. I love it. And for $110, I thought it was such a great deal. I picked up one of those lavender topiaries that I got last year and the year before. And I was just filming a reel and decided to put it in that crock. And it just looks perfect. So good. It needs to live outside, but I brought it in just specifically for this reel. Saturday. It is a work day in my house, at least for me. I am going to start on the built-in bookcases on the 3rd floor. So I'm just going to walk you through how it looks and how it's going to look because I think it's going to be really great. I'll just quickly pop up what my plan is on the screen. I just thought the wall was a little boring before, so I think this is going to make it look pretty cute and add some ambiance and just something nice to the space. This is the wall I'm going to be working on, so I'm going to do a built-in bookcase here and then a faux fireplace here. That's going to be in keeping with the other fireplaces in our house. I just think it'll add a lot of warmth and ambiance. This is the true chimney for the other fireplaces in our house. I don't think it's worthwhile to actually add a fireplace, a real one. So if faux fireplaces are not your thing, that is totally okay. I just really liked the idea of it. And this is a room we have done other projects in so far. So I did this PAX hack here. And then we did another small project, which was recovering this headboard. I sanded down that nightstand and then I added some beadboard wallpaper to the walls here. And I also added a little bit of beadboard wallpaper beside the PAX hack with some peg hooks. So I am going to carry the beadboard behind the built-in bookcase just so it's consistent in this space. What I used in the rest of the space was this beadboard wallpaper. It is textured. So I think that I'm gonna wallpaper this wall to start and then start building in the bookcase, which I'm gonna do in the simplest way possible. I think it's gonna look good. So yeah. I decided to open the floorboard and inside it was just some wiring, nothing too exciting. Some newspaper from I don't know when. I'll try and figure that out. And I decided I'm going to leave a little note in there for the next person who decides to do this because that's way more exciting and that's what I would have liked to have found. Got that beadboard wallpaper up and it will dry a lot lighter. It's just the lines are dark when it is wet. And then I'm just gonna take a quick little break and then I'm gonna come back. I think I need to bring up the baseboard that I have left over from the PAX, line that up and see, I think I need to probably do like a 2x4 base. And then put that on and then I can start with the shelves. I mean, I guess I could do it in any order because the shelves can be removed, but that is the thought. I'm gonna go grab that baseboard. All of the baseboards in my house are much taller than standard now. I think they're 12 inches tall and baseboard nowadays is more like 6. So I think this is even shorter. It might even be 5. But I have it and it's what I used on the PAX, so I want to be consistent. But I actually think here specifically I want it to be the same height. So what I'm thinking is raising this up to be at the same height, then using a filler piece at the bottom. I have much more of these. So it'll be like that essentially, I think. And then I had some of this quarter round already that I can just put in front and it'll be more consistent to what is at the back. So that's the thought right now. The workshop of the day, even though I'm pretty sure it's raining, because I just cleaned the basement out. The beadboard wallpaper is still drying and I started cutting the shelves. I did a curbside pickup, so I didn't get to pick the pieces of wood. And they're all pretty naughty, but I'm not super worried about it. I was trying to keep this budget friendly and I'm gonna paint it all. So I might have to just do a primer to seal the knots. And then I have some strips of wood that I've cut just a little bit shallower than the depth of the shelves. So the idea is that these are gonna go on the wall and then the shelf's gonna sit on top. So working on the first one, which may need something a little bit different because I don't want the shelf to be too much higher than the baseboard because I'd have to put a filler piece. So I'm just trying to figure that out. I decided to mark the baseboard. So I literally just leaned it up on top of the cord around on both sides and just drew a line on the back. So that, I don't know, I feel like I need to figure this part out before I do the shelves maybe. I don't know. I'm sure I'll have a better idea once I'm finished, but anyways, I think I need some sort of 2x4 base down here. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I'm gonna build the 2x4 base. So I just cut the wood. I'm gonna attach it like I normally do. I just think it'll be easier to attach the baseboard and stuff too. It's not gonna bear any weight, but I just think to have a solid structure, so if someone accidentally like hit their foot against the baseboard, it wouldn't go flying or anything like that. I had to go out and buy my own brad nailer. I had been borrowing Chris's dad's for quite a while, and it is so handy to have, so I decided I needed to get one. I think it's my second most used tool aside from my drill driver, so super useful. And now I have the battery as well, so I can use it with the other Ryobi things that I was sent before. So I ended up finding a 2.5-inch piece of wood as the base at the bottom, and then put this baseboard right on top. You can see I also cut my finger. I'm okay though. And then I just gonna use the brad nailer to attach those into the 2x4 situation. Of course, because the brad nailer and battery were brand new, it did a few nails and then it said, yeah, I'm out of battery. So I cut the cord around, put that in. I didn't do any fancy finishing edges. Hopefully I'll get enough juice to put the baseboard on, because that's all I'm really waiting for, and then we can start doing all the shelves and then we'll be moving quickly. The base is done. It looks a little bit rough, but I think once it's filled, caulked, and painted, it will look much better. And now I'm gonna work on the shelves. So I decided this curve is a little bit of an issue, and I'm gonna put one shelf here and then 2 more in between. And I already put the shelf here to see how far it could go up. This is the very bottom of the shelf. So I'm gonna put one of these blocks here and one on the other side. And it's all gonna be painted and it'll blend in, so you won't be able to see the blocks as well. So I'm gonna do that first, and then I'm just gonna try and figure out how I'm truly gonna know that it's even on both sides. I'm a little bit nervous about that, but I'm sure it's gonna be okay. This is where we're at, but the shelf that needs to go here needs to have a support on the angled wall, and I just can't figure out how to do it. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and maybe come back to it. And then once that shelf's in, I have a bunch of this thinner kind of wood that is gonna be stapled onto the front of the shelves, but as well as covering the side brackets. And once that's done, I'll be able to paint, but I feel like that's also gonna take a while. Tea break did me good because I figured it out. So I cut a new piece of wood that has an angle, and it's gonna go like this. And the side that I had cut on the wall, the shelf, is angled as well, so it slots in there perfectly. And then this is gonna be covered with trim anyways. And I'm just gonna screw it in like I did on these. I bought this on Amazon because I always have trouble with angles, and I'm trying to cut the outer trim in that angle. So I put it there, and it tells me the miter cut and the single cut, and I think I'm doing a miter cut. So I'm gonna give it a go. Not sure I'm gonna get it right, but may as well try it. Finished putting the trim on the outer edges, and now I'm just putting the piece on the front. It's not much thicker, maybe 1/4 inch. So this one isn't done, and this one is done. As you can see, the difference. I don't know, I think it's worthwhile, and then it matches all the way around. One thing that was asked on Instagram is whether I put wall anchors. So I drilled and knew that I was actually going to hit a stud. So on that side, I was good. This is also an exterior wall. On this side, this is the chimney and it's brick. So there's special types of screws that you can use for the brick, which I've used in the rest of the house, which are called Tapcon. There's probably other solutions, but also these shelves aren't going to bear really heavy wood, so I'm not so worried. Here it is. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I just quickly styled it with a few things that I didn't steal from the rest of the house. I just wanted to use what I had, and I definitely need more books, but I really love how it turned out. It's not a super fancy or, I don't know, complicated way to hang shelves like this, but I guess it's a little niche because not often that you have to mount shelving in a little area like this, but hopefully it gives you ideas because I've used this way of mounting shelves more than once. I have considered potentially like putting cardboard or something there to cover the supports, but I don't know, it's I think it's fine how it is. We'll see, maybe I'll change my mind. And then I'm hoping to build a mantle on here because this is actually the chimney from the other floors, and then put a fireplace front there, so it won't be a working fireplace, but I think it'll look very pretty if it is styled like one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's more of a unique type of bookcase, and that's why I didn't make it its own unique video, but I hope that you still enjoyed it and learned a little something while I showed you how I did this.